Hello and welcome back, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play probably our last episode of Russia in the Schizophrenic Sovereignty campaign. Alright, I've had another day to look around a little bit more and think about some things, how I want to handle our final transition to the next country, leaving Russia in a strong spot. I don't really think this idea group's going to make a huge difference for our country. I mean, I'm glad I want the extra merchant, and I've been kind of postponing taking tech and doing other things in favor of trying to get that merchant. But then I remembered that the AI is, like, really bad. I hate to just, like, leave the statement at that, but it's kind of true. The AI, as far as I know, has no concern for trade goods, like, whatsoever. Like, I imagine when it decides to do development, it's not usually deciding to do development based on, oh, I want to, get the institution spread to finish in this province, or I'm trying to spawn an institution, or, whatever. I think all that it really does is just find a province that has low development cost and is, like, probably at the top of this list, and then develop that province. So it doesn't really prioritize, developing gold mines. And this thing is not very cheap to upgrade, but the payoff in having it upgraded is pretty damn high. Especially in a province like this, where if we can get the development to 10, we can give it to the burghers and just instantly get a bunch of gold. Right now we're making, like, no money at all from this province, but so I think what I'm going to do is kind of steer Russia toward money. And we're going to spend some points developing our 2 gold mines so that we actually have some decent income. So, where is our other gold mine? I'm losing track of my locations. Here he is. So yeah, like, I don't think he'll ever upgrade this location. I was hoping that we could wait for prosperity, but we won't have time for that. Let's go ahead and turn on a development edict. And we're going to develop this thing up a little bit, even though it's going to slow down our ability to get the next trade idea. So let's go like 1, 2 for sure. And then of course we have absolutely boku numbers of military, so that'll be what we spend as well. And ideally I would like to get this up to about 10. 10's the sweet spot for gold mines. The risk of a gold mine collapsing gets worse apparently around 10. I don't remember the exact formula, I just know in my head that 10 is where you want to usually shoot for. So yeah, I'm just going to commit to upgrading this thing a fair bit. Let's actually do, let's see. I want to do 5 more clicks of this, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we have more military than, no, I should have done that the other way. Oops. We have more military points than diplo points. We want to spend the higher point cost clicks on the military, but whatever. Whatever, it's fine. Now we have a 9 development gold mine, making us 6 ducats a month. Suddenly we go from like 9 or 10 gold a month to 15. It's pretty good. An extra 5 gold a month is going to help out a lot. The inflation from that gold mine's still not really enough to, I think, affect us, and we can go from there. Now, I've also decided that we're probably going to go over the relationship limit to ensure a decent alliance. If we ally Korea, there's a good chance that Korea will stop getting harassed by Ming. And if I were playing Russia for the rest of the campaign, Ming and the Ottomans are my 2 primary enemies. I want to weaken both of them. One way to weaken Ming is to prevent him from having Korea as a tributary. So if Ming doesn't want to play ball, doesn't want to be friends with us because he thinks we're weak, we'll just ally Korea and go from there. But we don't have to do that right this second. The other thing that I want to do is I do think we're going to release Finland out of Viborg. A couple reasons for that. Number one is that it's only a level 1 fort right now. Releasing the subject creates a level 3 fort. And we have this really, really weak level 1 fort for our capital. I don't like it. I would move our capital if I had the admin for it, but unfortunately, I'm mostly certain that AI... Actually, I want to check this. I'm mostly certain. EU4 Russia... Every tag has like a historic capital. Okay, our historic capital is actually Moskva. So if the AI's capital is not like in a place that they expect, they usually will move it to that location. In this case, I think the decision to form Russia moves your capital to St. Petersburg, which is sort of odd because Moskva is obviously in a much more defensible position. I mean, it's on the border of the Commonwealth right now, but still, it's behind better forts, and I don't like it being over here. But releasing Finland gives us a subject on the west we can turn into a march and just have cores to return and just have another subject creating troops. It'll be good. I think that it's worthwhile. I wish we could get rid of these relationship slots that are useless, but let's go ahead and release Finland now. They will be of the Protestant faith. That is fine. We're going to definitely divert their trade. And Finland does have some cores to return. So now we have a level 3 fort right here, which is nice. And even if it doesn't project zone of control into our own land, just because of the way that zone of control is projected, we do have protection from the troops coming in from Scandinavian area because of the Novgorod fort. Novgorod will project into Ladoga and Tikvin, and then the White Karelia fort, which is about to finish, will project down into Olonets. So we still have a block on the west, even if Finland doesn't really do a zone of control right here. Actually, I don't know, and I did check. I tried to research this before starting this episode, before I made this decision. I can't remember if while we're at war, if that zone of control is going to project across this border. It doesn't project across borders normally. Like if I was at war with Sweden, I know for sure it doesn't project into enemy territory, but when they're a subject, I can't remember, and I couldn't find the answer. So I guess we'll find out the next time we go to war, which will be soon. We only have one more war that we can declare before we stop playing as this country, because I've truce blocked us everywhere else, which is on Uzbek. Uzbek is unfortunately allied with Chagatai, which means that Chagatai is going to lose, because we've got a pretty decent army. Another thing that I did is we've got these provinces that I added to another state. We have still another province, Saratov, 98 cost to core. We also have these other ones that are not fully cored, but we could core. And I would like to full core the gold mine here. Unfortunately, we will not be able to give it to the burghers. May have been better to develop that gold mine so that we could give it to the burghers. The other gold mine is already on 0% autonomy, but oh well. So let's see, we've got, yes, long-term relationship with Austria is acceptable. This is something we can do. That royal marriage actually really helps, because we can strengthen government now. It's 100 military points, but we're ahead of time on military tech, or rather we have spare military points if we had the institution. Right now the cost is 642. Without the 18% penalty, it'll be like 120 less, so call it 520, and we still have an extra 200 points. So, granted, we're only 3 years ahead of time right now on our admin tech, so we kind of don't want to go too crazy on it, but a royal marriage or two and then a strengthened government for the absolutism, it's probably not too bad. Establish a royal marriage with our Finland subject and maybe be okay. Converted a few more things. Can't turn these edicts off yet, can we? Yes, we can, in fact. Good. Alright. 32 months for 0.6 versus 29 months for 0.3. I think we'll go for these two. So, Bashkortostan. This is a location that I did just make into a state, even though we don't have full cores. So we can get that converted. And the other one is also in this state. Perfect. Our merchants have been slandered. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to go to war with Uzbek. Got a level 1 capital fort. He's going to pull in Chagatai. Chagatai pulls in Kazan, Oirat, and himself. 2 level 1 forts, another level 1 fort, and then there's a fort down there in the mountains that we've spent a lot of time fighting over there. So, we have 38% control in Siberia. Pretty good chance we can end up with a +6 siege bonus if we get 50%. I'll turn on the special edict. So let's grab the cannons from, let's see, we've got 3, 3, 3, and 4. I guess I want these cannons to go here, these cannons to go here. You guys head over to there. You guys head together over to there. All the other infantry are just going to kind of shift over a little bit. Lately they've been putting down rebellions, but... And these guys, I kind of do want to have a decent stack here, because we have a fair bit of unrest in this area. That's not unrest, that's a lot of unrest. So this is a policing stack. These cannons are being used for combat. Alright, so we are at 5 out of 5 relations. We could pick up the alliance with Mr. Korea and pay extra diplo points per month, which might not be a bad idea. Nope. I'm going to be frustrated later on when I come to find that the darn AI, Russia, re-allies all these people with royal marriages. I'm actually considering getting... I can't abdicate. Damn it. Nothing I can do to, like, force Russia to not ally these stupid countries that are super friendly. Aside from maybe putting him way over the relationship limit. Alright, fine. With that argument in place, let's just... Fine. Let's try to dissuade him from doing it by having too many relationships. Alright, so we'll have one of these two stacks make a beeline for the Uzbek capital, one go to the Kazan capital. After the Kazan capital, it will move down to the Oirat capital. And then the other... So, this guy will go to here. This guy will end up going to Chagatai. And the other infantry will just kind of spread around and occupy everything. The only drawback is that we actually have very, very few admin points right now. And we still have a lot of stuff to core. I think it might not be a bad idea to focus admin, too. Even though we have a trade idea group and we're behind time on Diplotech, coring is pretty important. Maybe... Yeah, maybe. Let's do it. Let's core stuff. Colonies are growing pretty well. It's nice to see. We can build buildings. So we could stockpile cash and try to get the institution, which we won't have time for, or we could just keep on building buildings that are smart. So I believe I started a fort up in White Karelia, but I didn't have the money to start a fort over here. I still would also like to now create a fort in this area so that we've got a wall this way too. Right now they can still get through from here, and then that exposes all of the northern area. But if we put a wall here, that might actually be a more important fort than the one up north, because that kind of blocks in all of this area behind this line. So that would probably want to be... probably in Saratov. Saratov has a lot of adjacencies, and it fits right in the middle there. Okvost, whatever this is, wouldn't create a full connection, although I do like its position behind all these rivers. Yep, Saratov's probably where we'll put it. We can save up for that pretty quick. Between episodes, I stopped rooting out corruption for that reason. Ming, once again, trying to force the tributary status on nations. Also, I made our heir into a general. I'm considering rolling generals with the intent of getting professionalism up, but... Newcastle. Alright, so who do we have that's the best siege guy? We've got a 2441, and we've got our infantry combat ability 2421. I like that 4 maneuver. Our air is pretty good. So one guy with 6 cannons, one guy with six or 7 cannons. I think we're ready. We don't need to co-belligerent him. Khorasan's going to join as well, which is sort of funny. But we only have a claim on the one province right now. But you know what? It's our land. I was considering as well releasing Sabir, but Sabir would be a horde. And it looks like Sabir doesn't have a lot of cores. He's got 1, 2, 3 cores on Uzbek. That is a core on that 29 development province. Returning a core to a very small subject. Getting 0% autonomy on a 29 development province. And then demanding his trade power. In the Siberia node. Ooh, that's dirty. There's 4 ducats bleeding away towards Samarkand. I didn't even realize that. That might be more important than Crimea. Let me check. So the Siberia node has 5.5 ducats, 300 trade power in it. Considering how much money we could actually make from that. What are we getting from Crimea? 1.4 ducats? Yeah, I think we can get more from that. It'll take a while to get over there, but we'll see soon. Trade income's at 28 ducats. Let's see how it ends up looking a little bit later. Alright, Uzbek. Do we want to release Sabir? I think so. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to go way over the relationship limit to try to prevent him from getting stupid allies. He's got full influence ideas. He needs to have not the wrong ideas. Unfortunately, I paid to core that, though. Crap. Should have thought this through a little bit more. Sabir only gets the one province, but we could have avoided coring this. At least I only half-cored it, but yuck. No, I'm not going to. If I hadn't cored it, I would release him right now, but as is, no. So what do we want to take from this war? We just want to win another war, get our prestige topped off again. I just want to go to war. Okay? That's all there is to it. I want to go to war. And so I'm going to go to war. You can't stop me. So we got our 2441 and we've got our 2421. Both pretty good leaders. You're heading up to Berezov, which I don't like. No, my prosperous territory. Let's threaten to chase him down. Hopefully he just backs off. Good. That's right. You don't come this way. That is not allowed. Patriarch Authority or not Patriarch Authority? Patriarch Authority. Of course. Alright. Got decent income coming in, 20 ducats a month. We're making 30 ducats a month now from trade. Yeah, that is superior by far. Should have noticed that earlier. Yet again, my bad. There's a lot going on with Russia, okay? The sophisticated affluence of Gelre are giving us the chance to catch up in technological progress via the means of knowledge sharing. You want me to spend 10 ducats a month to get 1% growth towards global trade in our capital area provinces. You're sneaky, man. I think I already have it. Like, nearly already have it. In almost all these provinces. I already have it in my capital, so no. Like, no. That's silly. You just want me to pay 10 ducats a month because you're greedy little bastard. And he's heading back up to Sabir, so I just want to make sure that we don't let any of this land over here that's been being colonized and being nicely developed get screwed. Let's go fight him with this stack of guys. Looks like Bahmanis might have actually declared and won a war. That was pretty quick. Again, considering that we don't have very many admin points available, I guess we'll just try to make a quick push onto Chagatai and get some more reps from him. This army was going to go over to Oirat's capital, which is actually really far away, but let's start marching. Once you guys are done, you're going to push down into here. Actually, you know what? Let's not even go for Oirat's capital. Let's just go straight for Chagatai's capital with a secondary army. And that would be a stack wipe. So these guys are spreading out here and here. Let's have you go that way. You can shuffle over starting next month. We can get a little bit more loot. I care about money right now. I want to build forts. Okay, that's the cash we need to build our fort. Our crappy fort in Saratov. And one more quick confirmation. Saratov's good zone of control. Yes. Good. Okay. Good. Cool. Take that fort, please. 35. No such luck. Disease outbreak instead. Okay, fair enough. Holston now wants to steal all my money. I don't need to know when I just decline a thing. Thank you. Okay, never mind. This guy is done with his siege now too. So I guess we do go for there and for there. Simply because we can. All right. Looks like I'm going to take a short break here, and I will be back in the next episode. I thought maybe we would be able to wrap this one up, but we have until May of next year, so I'm going to take a break here. I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon.